right, you. Hey, YouTube. All right, I'm gonna wait till some people get on, then I can say what I need to say. It's not been a good day. It's been not a good day, for real. All right. Somebody will get on in a few minutes. Hey, whoever's on here, say hey. Joseph, just you or Paula? Or Texas Garland Vegan. All right, let me show y'all. I got me some free food. Look, Smoothie King. I got 3 of these, 3 big huge smoothies. Look, the 32 ounce free. Let me tell you how I got it for free. All right, I'm doing Grubhub and I'm doing Uber Eats. Of course, I ain't getting no Grubhub orders today. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Jiminy Cricket. So anyway, I turned on Uber Eats. So I'm driving down the road. I get a request to pick up orders from Smoothie King. I got 3 big ones of these. Each one different color. I don't even know what flavor this is. I don't know what it is. I don't like that one too much. I think one looks like chocolate. I just taste. The other one, I don't know what it tastes like. Whatever it is, I got 3 of these. 3 big, huge smoothies for free. All right. You pick up the order. Hit confirmed. Hit start delivery. I'm driving. I said, okay, I'm driving. I said, this thing tells me just to go a few feet away. So I called the customer. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to put the wrong address in from before and blah blah blah. So I said, okay, well, I'm driving, so just update the app with your correct address or text it to me. So I'm sitting here waiting, driving down 78. Already traffic starting to build up. I called him again. I said, did you text me the address? You know, because I'm driving and I need to know where I need to go. I said, I can't be just driving up and down the street. You know, unnecessarily. So he says, oh, hold on, let me text it. So I said, I can't get the text when I'm on the phone, so I got to hang up and then I'll get the text. So after waiting, he finally texted me the address. Then I'm putting it in my GPS in my car, and I'm driving down the street to get down to Lilburn, which is not far from where I live. I'm driving with the 3 smoothies in this bag, and just as I was about to get to the address, he sends me a stupid text message talking about just bring it back, I'll get it myself. So I'm calling Uber Eats support on the phone, and hey, 3 people or 2 other people added. Let me start all over if you didn't hear the beginning. I'm doing Uber Eats. I get an order to go to Smoothie King off 78. I pick up these 3 big smoothies. 3 big smoothies like this. 3 of them. And I'm driving to the person address that he put in the app. And then I said, wait a minute. I'm driving up and down the street. So I called him. Hey, doing you do. So I'm going down the street and he tells me, I called. Oh, I'm sorry, I put the wrong address in the app. So I said, okay, well, text me the address or just update the app with the correct address. At this point, I'm already driving. You know, traffic about to build up on 78. And then I'm driving. I'm like, well, then why he's taking so long to give it the address? I called again. Oh, hold on, I thought I did it already. Fucking fool. Then I finally get the address. I'm driving to the address with these 3 big smoothies. And then he sends me a text message. Oh, never mind, I'll just get it myself. No, take it back to the store, I'll get it myself. I call Uber support. I'm trying to go look for the number on Uber support or whatever. Then Uber calls me on the phone. Teresa, they call being recorded, blah, 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 whatever. And I said, so he's sitting here trying to tell me about, do I have the customer address? I said, yes, I do have it. And I was driving on my way, and he sends me a text message talking about take it back to the store, and he'll pick it up himself. So he asked me, how you gonna ask me if I'm gonna deliver it? I said the customer told me he wanted to take it back to the store and he would get it himself. I said I've already drove to the location. I'm driving into the location. In fact, I'm on my way to drive to the location. I probably was like, what, 1 minute away, if not less. And I said, he said he'd have it. I said he'd have me driving in a circle with some stupid smoothies. And I'm about to go right back to my house and put these smoothies in the freezer. And it will be my little dinner and snack for tomorrow and tonight. I don't know if I like the other one, because I think the other one was like chocolate. It didn't taste, the little taste that I taste of it, I didn't too much care for it. It didn't taste that good to me. I don't know what the other two flavors are. It looked like an orange or a peach or something. I don't know. So that's what happens. You put the wrong address in the app. I'm driving, and then I call you. You tell me, oh, I'm sorry, I put the wrong address. And then when I say update the address, because we get paid based on mileage in the delivery, I'm driving up and down 78. Up and down 78. Then I'm sitting here waiting while you update the address, and then after that I'm sitting here waiting. But meantime, I'm driving down the street, ain't nowhere to turn, no nothing, making U-turns on 78, waiting for the address. And then after that I get the address, then I'm driving Lake Lucerne. I'm driving, and then next thing you know, it says 0.1 and the address, and I'm looking and say, where is the damn cross street? Ain't had no street with that address. But yeah, I'm driving looking for something, and I was like, then the next thing you know, then it claimed I must have passed it. Then I drive, then make her go back, and I said, okay, you know what? Hey, Diane Fawcett. Then I turn back around. Then here come Uber Eats calling me. For what? Why? For one thing, why are you calling me when I'm trying to call you? Well, I swear, you know, people be thinking that they're... Why is it taking all day to turn? Alright, I'm back. So I'm sitting here. You know, people be playing on these apps. I really believe people play. They like to play on the app. They sit up there and place false, fake orders. Shit, people ain't turn fast enough. People be making these fake orders on Uber Eats and put in I refuse to believe that you just gonna put an address, that you just gonna place an order and talking about, oh, I had the address from the last time. It is so clear. Before you even hit submit, it will say, what's the address of delivery? It shows up, it pulls up on the top. It tells you on the top. Big and clear as day. And then it shows you again when the order's being prepared. While the order's being prepared, it shows up, it tells you again. And then when the person's driving, it will show you where they're going. Not one time in your stupid pea brain that you would say, you know what? Ooh, let me call Uber Eats and I need to update address. It even tells you update address. Clear as day. Then when I call you, I'm waiting for you to call you twice to get the address, and I'm driving up and down the dang street. Then you're gonna send me. Then the minute I get up to the house, I'm like 1 block away from the house. Just turn, or supposedly I'm supposed to turn, because it still didn't take me to the address. And I'm looking at the street numbers. There ain't no street number began no way close than what he put in there. And then you're gonna email me, send me a text message rather. Oh, just take it back to the store. I'll pick it up yourself. Stupid. Just stupid. Why people have to do stuff with nasty food that you don't even like? I'm not even no particular about no nasty Smoothie King. I bet you if this was barbecue or something, I bet you have that address correct and right then. If it was barbecue, ribs, I mean something really good, shit, that thing would have been gone right back to the house. Matter of fact, it would have made up for the tip. It would have made up for the lack of tips. Shoot, let me get me some free dinner. Sure would. Not no damn smoothies. The only reason why I'm going back to the house is because I don't want to drive around with these smoothies in my car. And then I got 3 big ones. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. 3 big one of these. 3 huge smoothies. Who the hell drinks that much smoothies? And why? Why would I want to drink that much of a smoothie? On the internet? Really? I know they're supposed to have this kind of detox thing they got going on with smoothies, that you're supposed to drink some of these smoothies as a weight loss plan. They even got that advertised earlier in the year. A few months ago, I've seen it. You drink 2 of these, you drink what, 1 or 2 of those smoothies and a salad, and you're supposed to go through this complete detox with this Smoothie King. Now I gotta go all the way back to the house, take these smoothies and put it back in put it right in the freezer. They're in the customer service. They from Malaysia. They're like, put this ticket back to the store. Is this Teresa? Yes, this is Teresa. This Teresa. Shh, make me sick. Boy, I swear. I was talking to Monique earlier. I hope, Monique, you're on here. I know you're probably attending to family business. Boy, I swear, I called customer service about the food I ordered from Uber Eats at almost 2, 3 in the morning. Fries were cold. It was soggy. Took over an hour for them to find somebody to deliver the food. But I figured that was going to happen because it was almost 2, 3 in the morning. And I figured ain't nobody going to be out here picking up no food. But somehow or another, there was a person who managed to pick up the food. And then she almost got herself not getting a tip. I don't normally come to people's house at this time of night. And I don't usually get out of my car. But since you're a female, and she was a female, so she gave me the food. She almost didn't get a tip, but the fact of the matter is that the fact that she was out there that late at night, I gave her $3 tip on the app. My food was only $17. Not $17. It was $14, something like that. Well, anyway, I ended up getting a refund for the whole entire order, and they just charged me $3 for the tip. So I gave her a very generous tip. But I could tell you, I'm not ordering Uber Eats anymore. Nope, I sure not. Sure ain't. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna take it straight off. I don't think from now I'm just gonna go ahead. If I want some food, I'll just get it myself. Because to be honest with you, you can only order food that's within the vicinity of where you live or where you work. Yeah, I tried it. I tried it twice. I got me some Krispy Kreme donuts the very first time. And then the second time I went to Blitz Wings. The wing place I keep telling you about that's up the street. And the only reason why I ordered it was because I saw that they were open at 2 in the morning and they used to close at 9. And I told them, I said, y'all losing money. Y'all can't be closing at 9 o'clock and then close on Sundays, and then y'all expect to make some money. And about a week later, they turned around and changed their hours and decided to stay open until 11 p.m. But then this time I saw that they were open until 3 o'clock in the morning. But they only take Uber Eats orders. So if you ever want to go to Blitz Wings, it's on the corner of Rock Chapel Road and Rockbridge Road. It's technically Lithonia, not Stone Mountain. That part of the, once you get to that McDonald's on North Deshawn, that's Lithonia. So anything from that McDonald's going back is Lithonia. Even though I live in Stone Mountain and I live closer to Gwinnett County, they consider it. So if just remember, some of these restaurants they gonna stay open till 2, 3 in the morning. They only gonna do Uber Eats and maybe whatever food app that they gonna do. So I was surprised, and that's the only reason why I ordered food that particular early in the morning. And I wasn't hungry. It wasn't like I was like starving. I'll put it this way, I could have made some breakfast. That's what I should have done. But I don't know. Like I said, somebody picked it up, and she picked it up. I think her name was Tammy. What was her name? I know what she looks like, but I can't remember. I think her name was Tammy or something. But anyway, if you're on YouTube and you deliver it to Waters Edge Drive, and you got your message on your app, because I left her a message on the app. I said, I'm an Uber Eats driver as well. Thank you. I think I said thank you for the good service or something. Okay, fool. Y'all can't wait till the car, till people turn. Jesus, crick. People can't wait till people get turned. That's how they get these stupid accidents. You ain't going nowhere. So I left her a message. So if you the person, if you on YouTube by any chance, and you decide to watch some videos about Uber Eats, and you're an Uber Eats driver, and you delivered that food to me about 2:35, 2:40 a.m. on early Sunday morning or Saturday night, or however you want to consider it, thank you for ordering the food. But please don't say that. Don't say, I got out of my bed and I came in and got out of my bed and pick up your food. Don't say that, because some people would have been like 0 tip, then you would have got a thumbs down. But I gave you a thumbs up, and I left you a compliment on the app and gave you $3. Way more than I needed to be honest. Exactly. You ain't got to, and think about it. I live in a house, and she ain't had to walk from the street, park her car. She could have parked the car right up to the driveway, not my driveway. Where the parking garage. And then she could have drove up. My car garage could hold 4 cars outside of the garage and 2 cars inside the garage. So if I had people come to my house, 6 cars could park in that driving spot, or whatever you want to call it. So she act like she had to walk up hills and walked up in the dark. I was even before she even got out of the car, I already had the door open, the lights turned on in the foyer, the lights turned on in the front porch. Some people don't even do that. So for me to turn on the light, turn on the other light, and then I could have met her at I shouldn't feel like I had to walk out of my house and walk to get the bag out the car. If she drove the car up to the parking lot, or parking garage or whatever, she wouldn't even have to do that. All she had to do was walk 10 feet to the door, and that's it. But she ain't had to go through all that drama. I can't leave my house and I had to get your food. If nobody came to pick up that food and they couldn't find a driver, all they're gonna do is give me back my money, and that would have been the end of it. But she went on to this big old, spill about I went out of my house and I had got your food and you lucky you female. The only reason why I gave her a tip, like I said, because I'm an Uber Eats, and I figured, you know, pay it back forward, and two, that really was good for somebody to go out the way to get that food, you know. Hey, you mean that's who? Oh, she picked the hours, so that's your problem. Exactly. I could have probably picked up my own food as the Uber driver and picked up my own order and paid myself. To be honest, if I had turned on that Uber Eats app, it would have known the difference that I was the customer ordering the food for myself. I could have, you know, I could have got the tip and got the pay for the order. And obviously she left. Obviously she lives in the area because she ain't had to travel nowhere. I got out of my bed and I had to get the food. That means if I had asked her and took that time to ask her some questions, but she just gave me the bag and went on about in her car. So, you know, people better be mindful. Don't be treating everybody like everybody in Stone Mountain, every black person don't tip. Don't treat everybody like that. I tip very well. If I had somebody now who lives in Atlanta and Georgia who got a lawnmower and know how to do a garden, trust me, I'll be willing to pay somebody $100 to do something that I can't stand to do. You know, see, that's the problem with black folks. We act so damn uppity at times about stuff that when they don't know how to treat your own people good when there's someone comes across and does something for you. You know? Then I'll be wrong if I didn't give her a tip. If I just got my food, didn't leave you nothing, and went on about my business. Look at this, y'all. All of this thing I gotta take. What the hell am I gonna do with all these smoothies? I'll put this thing right in the freezer too. Then I'm still supposed to be doing Grubhub till 6 o'clock, and then from 6 to 8. So the only reason I'm doing is going back in the house, put these smoothies back in the freezer, and Lord, it ain't take all that to look at no damn roof. Look at this. Let me show y'all. I don't know if y'all can see that. My neighbor across the street, they needed a roof since the last people who lived in that house had that big damage with their roof. The old people, the old neighbors, snuck out in the middle of the night. I'm looking at the window. I said, who the hell making all that damn noise? And they packing up, leaving in the middle of the night. They turned around, got money for the roof to be repaired, never got the roof repaired, took the money from the insurance company and bulldozed and left. Now these other new family bought the house, obviously through a foreclosure, and they needed a new roof since 7 years ago. I hope they don't have no bootleg person putting no roof up, and they better not be making all that damn noise when it's time for them to get their roof repaired. Shoot. People be doing stuff at 7 in the morning. Here they come, having construction noise like they crazy. Look at all this. Big smoothie number 1. Big smoothie number 2. Big smoothie number 3. Putting it all in the freezer too. I should take me one with me and drink it while I'm out and about, but I don't want to. Sometimes you don't know what they be making out these smoothies. They be probably putting some kind of probiotics. Let me see what this tastes like. Okay, I like this one. It's like a peach. No, it's not peach. Yeah, it is a peach. This is peach. I'm gonna make that myself. I got me a blender at home. I got me some frozen peaches in this freezer. Put that in there. See, what was this one? This one tastes like a chocolate of some sort, but I can't figure out what it tastes like. It tastes like chocolate or something. I got 2 peaches. 2 people ordered the same flavor, and the oddball one ordered chocolate. It tastes like chocolate. And you know how much these damn smoothies cost? It ain't cheap either. Because Mondays, they got $5 specials. Now, if it's $5 on Monday just to have a special at $5, can you imagine what the regular price is for that smoothies? It's probably about $7, if not higher. And then you know you order the Uber Eats. The price is not the same as the store. Man, fuck Instacart. And let me tell you, that thing ain't gonna last too long anyway. It ain't gonna last. It don't make no damn sense. First of all, Aldi, with Aldi's, they don't give you no bags. And 2, most of the Aldi's, they close on Sundays. No, they're not closed on Sundays. They're dropping the Instacart. They only had guaranteed zones in Lawrenceville, Suwanee area, and I want to say Marietta, and I don't think that was. They only had 2 zones that had guarantees. They ain't had a lot of zones that had to get into guarantee. They only had 2 places in Atlanta that had the guarantee. Oh, they been stopped that. North Fulton County, they been didn't have that guarantee. They pay $4.50 for Hey, Asani. Oh no, they been stopped that guarantee in North Fulton County. The only place that had the guarantee was the new zones back in February when I first signed up, and it was Suwanee, Lawrenceville, and I believe it was Marietta, not Marietta, that other place, Holly Springs. That was it. And I know it picked up. Hey David, I know it picked up since then. I know it picked up since then. So they don't have, if they dropped the guarantees in those other zones, it was the ones that was just came on back on February. And I told someone before they booted me, and they will be getting that complaint with the Federal Trade Commission that I filed pretty soon. But you say, but are they? No, it's not. Nope. When I worked in those zones, you would have to be there all day. Yeah, August 21st, North Fulton drops. But they always, are you saying North Fulton or North Atlanta? Because that's different. North Fulton never had the, Norfolk never had no guarantee of $10. What? He just talking out the phone. They could drop something within when they first started market. Say, okay, February was when I joined, and that's when they had Lawrenceville and Suwanee Cumming area. And I said that they're going to drop those areas before September. Well, I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that there was North Atlanta, and then they had OTP, North OTP Atlanta. They were not a guarantee zone anymore. They split that upper part of where Alpharetta and stuff, they split that, and they put a new zone, which is North Fulton County. When I was doing Instacart, North Fulton County was not in a guarantee at that time. So, in regards to when they dropped or when happened or whatever, I don't, you know. Even if they say it's effective now or whatever the case may be, I'm quite sure for a fact that Suwanee and other areas are going to be included as well. They didn't have that many areas that was a guarantee. But I know that they were not a new territory. They were not new. They were simply reorganized or something, and then they changed it. What? You missed it. Y'all keep abreast with David. I've been said that. I picked up an order from Planet Smoothie. The person put the wrong address in from a previous address. Then I had to call back twice to give an update to y'all. You know, I don't care about what's going on over there in the West Coast. You know, $16, but yet it costs $80 million to live there. So that ain't nothing. You know. If you live in California and San Francisco, $16 should be the right pay, because that's nothing. You can't even afford to live in a apartments at that price. That's why that one guy who make all those YouTube videos, he be on that booster board. What's his name? You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Jermaine, yeah. Jermaine ain't got no place to live. And I ain't trying to put nobody's business out there, but I doubt that he had a place. I think because he's in New York and he's, you know, he going all over the place, staying at Airbnbs and stuff. So I don't think he has no place to live. You know, I just think, you know, with all those jobs and all those things you've been doing and all that situation with the ex-girlfriend Vanessa and saying he lived in an apartment and apartment was in her name and you sharing apartments with 3, 4, 5 other people, you know, you know it got to be damn expensive if you have to do all that. To do all of that, you know it got to be expensive to live in San Francisco. And then if you want to live in Oakland, you know, it may be a little bit cheaper. I don't know where he at. So I sure wish he could make a video explain his living arrangements, because I don't know. I just think he just don't have no place to live, and the fact that you could turn on your app and work in New York and do this app and work in this city, you know, and be all over the place. It must be nice. I mean, you know, if I was young like that and I ain't had no house and stuff, I may do the same thing. But what you say? I don't understand. When you wrote he gets some Airbnb credit for people signing, I don't know. I don't see how. I don't see how you get credit signing people up for do Airbnb. Ain't that many. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what people doing. All I know is ain't no way. Atlanta is expensive. If you live in this part of Atlanta where all gentrification and all white folks moving out of the suburb, moving back in the city, they want hey, somebody had a sign talking about some free kittens. No, I don't want no cat. I don't want that stereotype. You would say, you'll be an old woman living in the house of cats. That's the main reason why I don't want to get no cats. Because I do not want that stereotype. Old, become an old woman and then, and then you have a bunch of cats living with you. That's just so sad. It's just so pitiful. I saw that sign by free kittens. I would get it, but no, I don't want that stereotype. I know that's crazy, but I don't know what you're saying. I gotta read the comments later. Okay, what time is it? Because I'm not gonna get the guarantee with. Let me tell you what happened with Grubhub. Grubhub is getting on my last nerves. Yesterday, I didn't get the guarantee because I only had that one order. I rejected it because it was it's way more than a few grand. Just apartments alone is $1,600 to $1,800 minimum, and that's the more newer, not newer. That's the more older apartments. Those newer apartments they got built up in terms of condos where people are actually buying. They want almost $500,000 for it. I lived in Buckhead in this apartment called the Darlington Apartments years ago, and when I first moved there, it was a studio, and I was paying $5 something a month, utilities and stuff included, because all those people be moving to Atlanta, and people are moving to Atlanta, and then all these tech companies started moving in Atlanta. They call, Atlanta's supposed to be like the technology of the South. I mean, like Austin. Austin is expensive. They got all, like downtown Austin, I heard. I've never been to Austin before, but I heard it's like that. All those tech companies, and they move into like, Atlanta's one, and Austin, Texas is another, and they had all this boom. New York. New York is already like that. My mother sold her house in New York after years living in the Bronx. She got it for like $380,000 in the Bronx, and she bought another house in Goose Creek, South Carolina, in this exclusive country club with golf course. Live on a golf course and stuff, and they want $300,000 and stuff. And shoot, my mother bought that house in New York for $140,000 back in 1987. And my house in Atlanta is finally getting up there in the praise. I keep getting letters and stuff in the mail from people wanting to buy my house. We'll buy your house. We'll buy your house. We'll buy it. We'll buy it. As much as, I said I don't want to live there anymore, I'm holding on to it because, see, now it got so expensive that people are buying prime real estate, and then they got to move out, further out. But the closer you are to Atlanta, the more expensive it's going to be. All right, I'm going to stand right over here. Now, that's not the reason why Walt Disney bought the middle of Florida. That was not the reason. It had nothing to do with gentrification and all that stuff. He bought the area over there. That wasn't the reason. Every place was cheap land at that time. But that wasn't the reason. He didn't buy it. He didn't buy Walt Disney and stuff because of that. But matter of fact, Walt Disney did not explode, and all the territories that was bought after he died. That's not the reason. It didn't explode like that. Walt Disney did not explode and got like that. That is not the reason. No, I'm across the street from LA Fitness. What time is it? Because I need to be on the... Oops. I'm not going to get that stupid guarantee with Grubhub because I only had one delivery. Well, let me tell you. Let me go back to that story. That's where I was at. Grubhub has the guarantee that you have to be 85% of your orders. So, yesterday, I was home all day. Turned on the app. I didn't get no orders. Lunchtime, nothing. Middle of the afternoon, nothing. Here comes 6 o'clock. Right after rush hour. Not even after rush hour. It's during rush hour. I get an order to go to Ponce. To go to... It was close to 6, but I was all the way at Stone Mountain. It's still rush. It's still traffic. But let me finish the story, David. I was supposed to go to Zaxby's on Ponce. And the delivery address, and I'm not talking about Ponce closer to my house. I'm talking about Ponce downtown and midtown. And I was home. I live 30 minutes away from downtown, you know, basically from downtown. About 30 minutes. And the person was in the heart of downtown at a hotel. And they wanted me to drop off Zaxby's at the hotel that was in downtown Atlanta. I said, hell no. I'm not going down there. So I rejected that order, and I didn't get no order for the whole evening. 8 o'clock came. I turned off my app, turned off my block, finish. No guarantee, none. So this morning, Grubhub started to implement the new zones in Atlanta. So now there's 2 zones in Atlanta. You had to choose east side or west side. I chose the east side. So no longer do I have to go to certain parts that's on the west side. If you're on the east side, you have to stay in the zone of the east side. You cannot go from one zone to the next. So you had to choose. And they gave people about 2 weeks to make a decision. What zone do you want to go to? I turned on the app. It said update the app. I saw yellow for today. It said that they sent me an order at 12:20 after midnight. Early this morning, they sent me an order. I was not even on the clock. I wasn't even turned. My phone was not even turned on or nothing. Do you know that that order from 12:20 a.m. affected my guarantee for today? So now I'm just on Grubhub's time, but I may not even get the guarantee at all. I haven't got no orders with Grubhub since. Nothing. Zero. And even if I get an order, it is by the shift and based on the day. If your block is for that whole day, regardless, they still gonna say that you still have to have a certain percentage. Whether it's midnight, it's still midnight. But the point is that I was not on the clock. My block was ended at 8 o'clock p.m. And I didn't get the guarantee yesterday because I rejected the order because they wanted me to go someplace that was in the heart of downtown. And that was it. Now, if they said for me to go to Tucker or somewhere, I would have gone and dropped it off. But when I knew I was going straight downtown, and it was like 5 something or whatever, it's still rush hour. So I rejected it because I wasn't going downtown. We don't get anything. I don't get no referrals or nothing if people signed up for Grubhub. They don't pay any referrals if you sign people up. But you can still sign under me, put my name down if you like. But I don't get nothing for it, so oh well. Alright, let me see something because I ain't get no. Alright, I'm back. Alright, I'm back. I had to check because no, we don't get nothing for it. We should, but we don't. The only time I get something with Grubhub is when they give you these cards for people to get $10 off their meal if they try Grubhub for delivery. And they gave me, and I don't trust them no more to do that because they gave me 500 cards to pass out to people who want to dine with Grubhub and get $10 off their meal. So if it was $12, you get $10 off, and then you just pay $2 and you get your food delivered or whatever, and then you just leave a tip if you wanted to. And they gave me 500 of those cards a year ago when I first started. And out of 500 cards, you're gonna tell me that 10 people yeah, I checked already. I had to check to see if I was still on the if I was signed on to Grubhub. I'm still signed on with Grubhub. So when an order comes up, it's going to pop up. So when I'm talking with y'all, it's going to show. See, now, unlike Uber Eats, on the other hand, Uber Eats will log me off if I don't, yeah, I got that foolishness. Ain't nobody following that. Matching tips. Man, please. First of all, you could be driving up and down this dang road all day long, and people will not, and if people don't leave no tips, they ain't gonna leave no tip. So that's crazy. You only got one order or one tip, David? I ain't studying Uber. Top. Oh, you only got one tip. How much was that? $2? I ain't studying Uber no more with these tips. You know, to be honest with you, if people's gonna tip, they gonna most likely give you a cash tip. Yeah, I got $2. The last time they said, the first time they did that, they said it was matching tips. I had got $2 on the app all day. I got tips on the app all day when they did that. People don't tip during the week. On the week, when they order food, even if it's in the evening or during lunch, they hardly don't tip. Uber knows that. They got the data to show that. That's why they put it out there. Okay, we're gonna have matching tips today. They can't have matching tips on Saturday, right? Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday don't mean nothing, huh? But you're gonna do it on a Tuesday. You know, Tuesday, they broke. That's why I hate to see what's gonna happen. You know, people can't do that leasing program no more. They can't lease no cars with that leasing thing they got going on. So you could imagine all those people who doing a lease, they gotta turn those cars back. They're gonna give them that notice, and they're gonna tell them about whatever number of months or whatever, or try to tell them, oh, you could buy the car from us if you want. You know, I already knew that was a scam. Ain't nobody want no fake CEO job. First of all, how much money you think they're gonna pay them? They have to pay them. For me to be a CEO of a company that they claim is valued at billions of dollars, they're gonna have to give me more than any type of cheap ass stock options. You know, I don't want that, because the stock option is only good if they ever become. Stock options are only good is if they become public and the market goes up for it to be good. Just because they go, if they was to go public, that don't mean because you go public you automatically are going to make millions of dollars or the stock's going to go up. Look what happened with Blue Apron. Blue Apron was valued at billions of dollars, and then they got on the stock exchange and turned around, they end up was a bust. So there's a lot of companies out there that happens. They thinking that, oh, everybody got all these shares of stock, and then they hoped to go up, but then it turns around. And let me tell you, with that Bush, Trump in office, and if there was another thing goes on with South Korea, and I'll hope nothing bad happens out of that situation. It's gonna be, and then I heard, so hopefully nothing sprues up from that, because if it does, it's gonna be a sad situation, just like this real estate bust. All these places are building up all over the country. People buying properties at $300,000 and $400,000 and some ridiculous price. It's gonna be another real estate bust.